What's up, folks? Casual Dad here on Quicker Play Weekend. Overwatch 2 just made some pretty dramatic test changes to the unranked game modes where objectives are scored faster, respawns are faster, and I believe that's it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Just some quick thoughts on what I expected that to do. I figured that'd be stocks way up on faster heroes, so like Lucio, Junker Queen in particular, because they are faster and can also help the rest of your team be faster. So not only do they respawn more quickly, but then they also get back into the game more quickly. So I figured that'd be really good. And then, of course, individual faster heroes like Sombra, Reaper, Genji, Kiriko. Those are all heroes who will just be constantly in the fight because they're in a lot. And then I figured that more durable heroes like Orisa would be more of a problem too because they are just, it takes so long to bring them down and then they're right back in the fight, right? So those were kind of my expectations going into this. So I was really excited to try it. My brother and I got in some games, and as you can see, the game time is dramatically faster. We played, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games, and not a single one of them was over 8 minutes long, which is bananas. Even in unranked, that is crazy. And the longer ones are the ones where you did offense and defense both. So, also, we did pretty well. But yeah, so those are my expectations going into this. I didn't think about it too much. To give you some more details, I will have a link both to the developer blog where they announced this weekend, and then also Emong, the streamer Emong, actually Emong2, did a breakdown of what to expect and a little bit about this. So I'll have both of those linked in the description, but let's watch some of these games. And so one of the things that I noticed just while this is loading, to go ahead and talk about it, is because of the faster respawn, I found that I was just, say, in the groove a lot more. So I hadn't ever really realized how much the wait times and the slogging back to the objective could actually kind of slow me down and kind of take me out of the game. So the faster respawn, sorry, I was a little twitchy on this, I was pretty excited. The faster respawn really helped improve my play just because I was able to kind of pick up on what, like the specific kit, right? When you change heroes, you find that you do have to like do a little bit of a mental shift before you get in the groove. So I was able to get into that faster and stay in it. I'll do at least one other replay here because I had the best Genji play of my entire Overwatch career, and I want to do that. And hit some personal achievements I was really proud of. So okay, so we'll watch this. So the cart will move much, much faster. And especially with someone like Lucio, you can get everyone on the point very quickly and then also keep up with it. So it's like it moves about the speed of a Reinhardt keeping in front of you with a shield. And these guys kind of gave it to me, right? I was playing stupid. I was right up on the point. They should have punished me for that and killed me. I shouldn't say should have, but I was playing extremely risky here, and it paid off. Just because this is so new, players are not used to just how aggressive the cart is. It's just rocketing down the map. Yeah, it's crazy how much faster this is. So yeah, so as you can see, pretty proud of my Lucio play here. It's doing a good job. Definitely playing to the objective. The team is 2, so they were really benefiting from my area heals. We had a very aggressive... What's his face? Ramatra. The aggressive Ramatra plays really, really well on these cart maps, especially with a Lucio backup and the faster cart to be able to duck behind it. Yeah, this was terrific. And hopefully the game sound isn't too loud. I'll check that later, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm talking up enough, or speaking up enough. Using my boops, being really obnoxious, and then we're just playing an extremely aggressive team. And this is like, one thing I really enjoy is Lucio is one of my favorite heroes. He's somewhat underutilized, I think. That's just sort of my personal knee-jerk emotional reaction to it. And this game mode really, really is stocks way up on him because that team speed boost is so much more impactful, and then his area heal is a little bit better. Not necessarily better, but his survivability is better because he has a fast-moving objective that he can stay behind. Which is, like, look at that, was brutal. This is an embarrassing example of my bad aim. Somebody got him, wasn't me. But yeah, like this, I really, really like the faster objective and the faster respawn times. Just to talk through that a little bit, it means that winning team fights is really impactful because then you don't have to respawn, but then also it means that you can't just win a team fight, you have to continue to win the team fights. And because everything is kind of moving along more quickly, it has the natural effect, the intended effect, I think, of making sure that players are kind of organically coordinating a little bit better, right? Because when things are a little bit slower, you have more time to be like, I'm going to do a sneaky flank, I'm going to spawn camp. And spawn camping is harder when the enemy team is respawning faster, and coordinating with the team happens more naturally if the objectives are scoring more quickly. Yeah, so back caps are harder. Once someone captures the point, it's a little bit more decisive. This was a moment I've noticed several times in the night, was that the faster objective and move speed really benefits attackers in the beginning, but then the faster respawn speed really, really helps defenders in the end game. So it's kind of exactly what you want to see in this, where the defenders have a really good like last-ditch effort because they are able to constantly refresh, but attackers get some good momentum in the beginning, which psychologically helps a lot as a player. But then also is kind of the way it's supposed to be, right? And sort of backwards of the way I've found the game to be, where it was pretty easy to get shut out in the final objective as defense, and it was pretty easy to get stuffed in the first objective as offense. So I really like the reversal. Had a terrific time with these modifications to the game. Using the boops, and they're largely ignoring me. And I jumped right into that Hanzo ult, and I think that cost me. Yeah, and then that Ana. But yeah, so like if you watch this game at all, you can see that it has been pretty much a constant team fight. There really haven't been any lulls. That's in part because I hadn't died until there, but there are no breaks. You're just in. Which adds a lot to the adrenaline, and I found really improved my enjoyment of the game. I just enjoyed it more than I have before. That could just be because I was in a groove last night. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, so this event is going on through this weekend. So this was Friday night. It's Saturday right now. It'll go through today, tonight, and then tomorrow, end on the last day is the 14th. So I believe Monday it'll be off. I'll double check the dates, but I know that 14th is when it stops. And so here, right, because the faster respawn, they were able to backcap really effectively and just keep us held up at the end there. So yeah, that was very cool. So we'll go ahead and jump to the next one. Let me check my sound settings real quick. Sorry to do this while on the call or on the recording, whatever. Sound. We'll turn that master sound down. I don't think it was too bad, but just in case, I don't want to be talking over really loud sounds because I know that can be annoying. So that was our refresher one. I'll turn this down. Yeah, okay. Back to another replay. So I'm going to do 3 of these just to go ahead and talk through it because they're so short, and I do want to kind of keep talking through it, and I want to brag a little bit because of those achievements I got. Really proud of it. Career profile, history, replays. Just going to go through these. And I've been practicing damage a lot, so it's very satisfying to see that kind of rewarded in-game. And this may actually... So I was really proud of my Genji play on a couple of these. But I may go ahead and jump to the Ramatra, because the Ramatra was crazy. Spoilers, the Ramatra was crazy. But yeah, and it was pretty clear that a lot of players were adjusting to the changes in speed. And I don't know if they're players that don't play very often, that don't do quick play very often, who knows. But it was pretty clear that we were up against a lot of players that were still adjusting to the changes. And that definitely played to our advantage early in the night and then bounced out a little bit later. Maybe that's because we were on a tear, and so we got matched against tougher players. I don't know. But we definitely found that it changed a bit throughout the game. I'm going to be doing a lot more practice with Genji. I really like him, he does the damage when you hit, but I have a lot of trouble aiming his shots. Just because the aim's different. The projectiles are slow, but also they have like a lower hitbox than some of the rank. I don't know. Anyway, something about it has never clicked with me, so the practice is nice. You will see quite a bit of Orisa in this faster game mode because she takes so long to bring down. She's fairly slow to get back into the game, but I was proud of that. Like I was saying, I've always struggled with Genji. I've rarely ever gotten a kill at all, so this was a really good mode. Quick play, super fast games. This was a good way to get into the groove, like I was talking about, and improve my play a little bit with him. So, on this part here. So I've talked about the heroes that are improved by this, so very durable heroes, very fast heroes, and of course heroes that are both. like Diva stocks way up on Diva because she's both fast and durable. So Diva's a really terrific piece looking at this. This also acts as a debuff to some of the other kind of average heroes. Not average heroes, I shouldn't say that. But a hero who is neither tough or fast will see themselves nerfed a little bit. So you're talking about Zenyatta has a big nerf. He's still extremely strong, but he doesn't have the same power level that he has before because it takes him longer to get back into the fight than any other hero, and he's not terribly durable. So he still benefits from the quicker play, and I really enjoyed playing as Zen several times. But look at how fast that was. So the objective scoring and the fast respawns, like, boom, these games play insanely fast. I heard multiple rounds. Is this the one? We'll see. But yes, so Zen comes top of mind as a hero who's dramatically not nerfed, but is not benefiting from any of these changes. And maybe suffering a little bit because of that faster respawn. He is, if there's like a harassing Sombra, that Sombra will be back in play much more quickly and be able to deal with the backfield, so the backfield can never, like, rest. Which, again, is like that dynamism, that fast thing. The upside to that, though, is that your Sombra counters will be respawning more quickly as well, so they'll be able to screen better, and there won't be times where a hero is left unchecked. Okay, this match is very bad play. I did not do well here. And a lot of this was just map awareness. Like, wasn't fully aware of where our team was in a couple key moments. Got a little cocky with Genji after that last match, and then the kill cam on that was embarrassing. It was Mei was just sort of blind shooting into the doorway, just nailed me right in the head. My bad. And here I think I switched. Yes, okay. So Junkrat was really fun. So he, again, is one who doesn't really benefit from the changes, but I just enjoy playing Junkrat, and because the enemy team is there more often, he gets more benefit from the splash damage. And so here, right here, I totally lost track of which team was where. And so I was like, oh, my team's there. All right, I'm going to go in. And I went in, and the other team was already there. So Orisa and Mei were both on me, and so I just fell apart. So didn't really recover from that. And because of the faster point scoring, there was a lot less back and forth in this one where they held the point. We never shifted them. Done. Spoilers. They win this round. Which I actually really love. A game that is 1-1 and goes to the tiebreaker. Love it. Sometimes. If you just get completely shut out 2 of those 3, that's a real bummer. But if it's somewhat even and you go 1-1 and have to do a tiebreaker, that's the dream. This means both teams are playing fairly well, and you get like a good game out of it. I don't promise to take this one seriously. I was having a really good time with this, and really just sort of taking in all the game changes and really enjoying how it was all working out together. 2-1. It was funny noticing the changes that I mentioned before, right? How much more in the game you are, and in-game, you're less impacted psychologically by that wait time, right? That wait time to respawn and all that. So that means that your spawn in the beginning, where you wait to start the game, you feel that more. And here, you can see me do a particularly terrible job of actually figuring out how to hit that balcony on top. So I just ignored it and went for the guys around, and it worked out. Spoilers. But, I mean, you saw in the beginning. You know that we win this one. So sit back and enjoy the show, I guess. I've been practicing Junkrat. He's a hero that's so different from any of the others that I play, but I still have a lot to learn. Scared him. Just enough hit to scare him. Thinking about maybe getting up there. So that's still something I need to improve, is how in the world to shift someone who's up there, and the trick is to get further back and angle higher. But we kind of held him in there, and the rest of our team was aggressive enough getting out of his line of sight. He could have back capped. He may try. I don't know for sure. I don't remember. I wasn't really watching that part. But the rest of our team was doing such a good job of objective control and area control with the opposing team that it didn't matter. Yeah, so again, I'm going to do one more. That may be 4 instead of 3. I've kind of lost count at this point, but this one was multiple rounds. I think that was the difference there. But I do want to do my Junkrat play, I believe, in the next game. because in that one I hit a lifetime achievement that I want to go ahead and brag about. And it's little. Players do it all the time, but I'm a novice, still kind of learning the ropes. Every time I get like that, one up on an achievement, I get very excited about it. So, using the detonation packs offensively, that's been big. Let's see. So where was it? So I'm trying to figure out. Those may have been the later games. No? Okay. Where was that? See if it was the Suravasa. So I think actually I'm not seeing the replay I was looking for. There is the first game of the night. I believe I played as... This is probably just going too far. I probably have too many replays, so overwrote it because we played too fast. So watch out for that. But I played as a Genji, and I got a bunch of kills, and that was great. That's actually why I played Genji on this Circuit Royal map. But we'll see if I got this Suravasa, because I think this is the one where I got that other lifetime achievement I was really proud of. And then we'll stop. I've talked a bunch. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully watching the games has been kind of a good way to kind of frame what the changes look like and feel like. Oh, yeah. Thing of beauty. But yeah, so again, super positive, really hyped about it. I really, really enjoyed the tone and depth of the developers' comments announcing this and other changes in the roadmap for 2024. It felt much more free than the previous things they've been able to talk about or do. And it feels really healthy for the game in 2024. So I'm super excited. And this was just reinforced that, how much I enjoyed these changes. I was a little leery at first. I was like, how is this going to feel? But in-game, it was terrific. Junkrat. Even as you get better with Junkrat, still, a lot of your best kills are just going to be flinging a grenade down a hallway blind. But using your angles and your trick shots and using your detonation packs and your traps, like that's been... Oh, here it is. Here it is. I killed Pharah. Actually, my brother did. But still, I nailed Pharah with a detonation pack. Hitting Pharah with Junkrat is one of those lifetime achievements. It's a challenging thing to do, and I was really proud of that. Ooh, and watch this too. This was phenomenal. May not be this one, but it's in a second, and I'll talk up what it is in a moment. I gotta brag on my brother here. He's good. He's my mentor, my big bro, my favorite. Oh, got me. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. No, I'm not. Immortality field. Best brother in the world. Also, Stock's way up on Mercy. She's not that fast, but somehow her respawning so quickly. Stock's probably down on her res. Maybe. It still is impactful, even if it's a little bit less impactful, maybe. It does help you keep up the momentum you get in this, but... Yeah, Stock's up on Mercy, because it was not necessarily that she benefits from the changes, but somehow was hugely impactful in every one of these games. Probably because she's the super fast healer, so helps offset the advantages of your opposing team by doing really effective healing very quickly. So I had Mercies, or there were Mercies on the team, or on the team supporting us all night, and I was just... They were my absolute favorite. No shade on Baptiste. My brother's Baptiste was a thing of beauty as well, but the Mercies, like, you really, really felt that multiple times. And here, I think, was the other one, because not only did I knock the Pharah before, but I believe I get her again here. Yeah, wasn't me again, but I hit her with a grenade and then she died, so... Still, hitting the Pharah as a Junkrat is one of those personal achievements I've been looking for. Using the detonation packs at longer range, using the angles for those grenades, landing the hits is like the big thing I'm really working on improving on. This is going to be a somewhat longer match. I really love the Flashpoint map style, and this one is also dramatically improved by the changes. It's great. Just because it's a larger map, there's more brawling, so it's again that constant team fight. You feel it the whole time. Ah, there it is. Got her again. Sorry, Pharah. I did feel a little bad, because these were like lucky random hits that took out that poor Pharah. She was a good Pharah. I just, yeah, got lucky. So maybe it's not as hard to deal with Pharah as Junkrat as I think it is, but as a fairly new Junkrat player, it, yeah, felt good. Yes, so again, the Flashpoint map, it's a fairly sprawling map. You have a bunch of different places to go. That constant non-stop team fight effect There were a lot more fights across the map the entire game long than there have been before with this change to faster objectives. Also, the points were scored more, so there was more part of the game spent moving from point to point than when there was kind of sprawling over the point, which actually added to a lot more variety to kind of the experience because you're spending more time in different places on the map. There's more weird interactions and abilities with like walls and doors. Yeah, I loved it. And it was a lot more impactful than I expected, which is saying something. So I don't know. We'll see what the developers say. We'll see if they stick with it. We'll see how the weekend goes. But I would expect these changes to probably go into competitive as well. So I think it really was excellent. Yeah, didn't get saved that time. And let's go ahead and spectate one of the other players. I'm going to spectate that, Mercy. No, I think we... Did we clinch it? Yeah, we took it back, and this is basically it. Go, Mercy, go. Ooh, golden weapon, Mercy. Boop, boop, boop. Look at how fast that counter goes up. Boom. Okay. So that was it. So again, just to recap, it does the faster respawns really, really help the attacker at the beginning of a match and the defender at the end of a match. The faster carts are awesome for keeping the game flowing, so there's a lot less like stalling and a lot less getting locked up anywhere. The faster scoring really helps Flashpoint maps move and be like more dynamic and interesting, and less one team trying to knock out a bunker than both teams kind of moving constantly back and forth. And then stocks way up on fast heroes and tough heroes, and stocks a little bit down on the heroes that are slower, that are neither fast or tough. But they're still doing fairly well. And those heroes actually, I think, had a bit of an advantage previously, where these changes kind of perk up the faster and more durable heroes to the same level. So it kind of evened the field, in my uneducated rookie opinion. But anyway, that was it. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and yeah, enjoy the play.